Hello. This is the AAC Cruiserweight M3 fight, which is the third fight in the second tier of the Dawntrail raid series, the Arcadion. This is going to be a long guide, as in the video is very long. So if you're looking for a shorter one, there are other videos on YouTube, elsewhere on the internet, that can be useful for you. Great. This dude looks interesting. Alright. So as you can see, this guy's like pretty big, and it's kind of hard to see around, and so there are going to be certain instances where you're going to need to focus on panning the camera around. Also, you look over here, there's like another stage. Spoilers. We're gonna end up going to another stage. Now, there's like other things all around. This is a construction site basically, but just know at some point one of these places, pretty sure it's this one, we're gonna have to go to. There's also like this wall back here. It's a whole thing. Okay, so Brutal Impact is going to be a raid wide. It hits a few times, and later in the fight it'll hit more times. Okay, so here, Stone Ringer, the Bludgeoning. There are a few different types of Stone Ringers. There's the Bludgeoning, yeah. And then there's another one, it's like stabbing or something. And so the boss is going to pull out a weapon. You see it's like forming over here. See it here? So the one that starts with a B, the Bludgeoning, sure. That's a club. And there's a B in there. So I don't know. Or you can call it a blub. I don't know. Whatever. The bludgeoning one is the one that has the club, and the club, I don't know, is like kind of the B is kind of circular, so it's gonna be a circle AoE. Okay, great. Now we've made some associations. So that means, yeah, if you see the club, it's gonna be a circle AoE if you don't want to stand in there. This brutish swing means that he's going to use his feral powers. Oh wait, he used feral powers in man. Yeah, so he made a weapon, which is the club, and he's going to do an attack now. So whether he has the club or the other one, which we'll see momentarily, this brutish swing means he's going to now use the weapon. Okay, over here we have a shared tank buster, and after the weapon does its thingy, the tank buster thing will happen. So it's like he's like saving energy or whatever, and then going to release that energy into the tank buster. That kind of situation. Also, the tanks, it's a shared tank buster. Okay, there we go. So yeah, you need the tanks to do this stuff. Okay, Spore Sack is going to be AoEs around the stage. Here, there's 4 of them. Okay, and those things, they're gonna blow up, but then they're also going to turn into ads. See, these spores are coming out. What do you? And then we get some other AoE. So dodge into the safe spots, and then once the ads grow, we'll collect them. But in the middle of this pulp smash thing happens, which is a stack, so we'll stack together. Okay, immediately after the stack, there is this like AoE thingy in there, and then this pinwheel type of cone AoE. So once the stack goes off, then you want to run out into the safe spot. And then these ads are out now, so tanks can go collect them. As you can see, they do a lot of stuff. Okay, so circle AoE, there's some line AoEs. This attack that each of the ads are doing. Okay, we got some attacks here. If you see it's blinking, that means you can interrupt it. I hadn't played in 3 months, and so I forgot which one was my interrupt button, so I didn't do it. But I do it later, so you know, just saying. Okay, for this one, the ads are gonna die, and the boss is doing this big move. As you can see, he is a Cyclops, okay? And if you've played any of the other raids or know about Cyclops lore, I don't know. I actually don't know the Cyclops lore, but in this game, usually Cyclops will do like a stone move. So if he's looking at you, you turn to stone. We've seen this in some other raids, for example, like in coils and stuff, in the coil raids. So you want to stand behind one of these ads that are on the stage so that you don't turn to stone. Like this person, SF, they're somewhere over there. They turn into stone, so they can't move. And if you turn to stone and you can't move, then look, now we've got this proximity marker going off. And so you can't run away from these things. Okay, see, this person's also turned to stone. So, proximity markers, okay? We have to run away from them. Ideally, you'll keep track of which one fell first so you can run away from them. Yeah. Well, this footage is from the first day that the fights were released, so a fair amount of us were learning for the first time. It was pretty entertaining. Okay, so this is the raid wide. The brutal impact. Remember, it'll hit a few times. Okay, so this, we have the stone ringer, the stabbing this time, okay? Stabbing. S for sword. Okay. Okay, it's like a sword, right? Am I right? Okay, so this one is going to do a donut AoE. It's like he swings around, you know, in a circle. Swing, circle, swing, stab, sword, S. Oh my god, I'm so done making these videos. I just got this one and the next one, and then and then I can take a break from making guys, bruh. Okay, now it's glowing, and then we're doing the brutish swing. Okay, so this is where it's powering up. He's gonna do a thing. Over here, it's hard to see, but there's the shared tank buster in there. Okay, so tanks, you gotta stack up and use some stuff to mitigate that. Okay, see, that was the donut, right? See? So we're inside. You have a little bit of clearance from the hitbox, so you don't have to be like all up in the hitbox. But if you want to be safe, you can stand in the hitbox. But don't get too close to the tanks, because that is radius. There's a, it doesn't just hit the tanks. Like you can, there's a situation, you know, you can get hit with that. Okay, Spore Sack, so this is the 4 ads on the sides. And then we're gonna get multiple random AoEs around. So we'll dodge that and prep for the stack. And then immediately run out into the safe cone areas. Okay, grab the ads. And you can interrupt any of the moves that are interruptible. Look at me, look at me, look at me, I'm gonna do it. I did it, I clicked it. I clicked the thing, it did the thing. There we go, see? So then, now one of the thingies went away. I did that. I contributed to the team effort to the fight, okay? So proud. There we go. See, I did that. That was me. Okay, so we're taking care of all these guys. Okay, so when it blew up, this wind thingy, we all got hit with that, and so we all got the Vuln stack. Okay. So probably the one you definitely want to hit is this one, the one that's doing the wind attack. Who's that? Who's that? This one. I can't see it there, but I'm pretty sure it's yeah. Somewhere in there is the one that's doing the donut one. Okay. I mean, see, over here, we don't really want to be standing in there because all these other ones are doing the line AoEs. It's easy enough to dodge the line AoEs, but the one that's doing the wind one, if you're not standing inside that circle, then you're gonna get hit with it, which is what happened to basically all of us because no one used the interrupt on that. I think you see it over here. Here. Okay, see, so this one is the one that's doing the wind. Yeah, oh yeah, here, B. The ad that says B. The B ad. Okay, so it's doing the wind one. And it's not a really safe spot for any of us to stand in. And so, you know, we go over here, but we're all gonna get hit with it because we need someone to interrupt this specific one. So, yeah, we all get the Vuln. Okay, so, I mean, if you... where was it? Yeah, here. So if you're gonna try to interrupt anything, find the one that has the wind one, and so this would be J. So I think this one back here is the J one. Yeah, you can kind of see the donut there. So you can interrupt that, and then it could save everybody from taking a hit and getting the Vuln. In any case, we will hide behind these guys when the boss is doing this quarry swamp thingy. That's the one that's going to turn you to stone. Look at these guys over here. They're not behind anyone, and so they got the stone curse. They're not behind any of the ads, so they got the stone curse. Okay. I'm pretty sure the ads stay out for a while. Like, the timing is kind of tight. Like, I don't think we didn't see it where they were disappearing before that attack. So, yeah, they should still be on the stage. In any case, so here's the first proximity marker, and then there's a second one, and then another. So, I mean, I didn't do super well in avoiding this. I think these guys did better. Yeah, I didn't do very well with that. So, let's see. So we know this goes first, and then the second is this third. So this XS, the red mage stood far over here to avoid the first one, and then they're already back here, and so they were able to avoid this second one. But I kind of like ran towards it because I kind of forgot, didn't really know. And then, but then I ran this way, I was too close, and so the red mage was able to go from here to here and then run this way, the back. So that's a way better system than what I did. So I guess you could say, okay, so it rotates this way, the explosions do. And so if you follow what the red mage here is doing, you rotate with it. Yeah, Oh, I got hit with too many things. Now the boss is doing some stuff here. The bludgeoning, okay, so this is the club. Oh, you know what? You call it a baseball bat. How about that? It starts with a B. Okay, then here is the shared tank stack thing, but they use their invuln to deal with it. Okay, that's fine. I was dead, so I wasn't participating in that. I would have died anyway if I was participating in that. Okay, so this Bombarian? Okay, I see what they're doing there. Usually the word is barbarian, but it's bombarian. Special. So these two, they're pre-positioned. You know what? They probably already ran this. That's how they knew. They're surviving most things. Oh yeah, that's my friend. Okay, yeah, no. So they're pre-positioning because this attack is going to slam down into the stage here, and it's going to punt everyone off away. And there is a stage over here, which I mentioned at the very beginning, and there's like a wall back here. So we want to pre-position there so we get punted to the stage back there. And if you forget, then you can just take a look at the direction that the boss is facing, and that is, you want to stand in front of that. There we go. See, there's like stages all over the place, but it's this specific stage that we want to go to. And then this one crumbles, and yeah. Anyway, so the boss now climbs onto this wall. So there's a wall boss now. And so some of the mechanics we've seen is gonna get turn a little different. So the bludgeoning, that's the club baseball bat thing. So that means it's going to swing close to the hitbox, right? So we just gotta stay outside here. British swing, okay, see it's glowing now, it's gonna do the thingy. So you just stay out of that. Alright, the stabbing, that's the sword one. So that's gonna do a donut AoE. It's gonna be a big one, so you wanna get close to the hitbox. However, at this point, the boss is tethering, see this green thing? Tethering to another wall. And so that means he's gonna move over there. And so that means if he's doing the sword swing thingy, and it's gonna be a donut AoE, but he's moving over here, then the safe spot's gonna be right here. So you gotta pre-position yourself into that spot. So he moves over and then he does the donut. Okay, and then we're spreading out. Everyone's spread out, and then in front of where the boss is, there's gonna be a line AoE across the stage. This glower power thing. So just avoid all that. At this point, Abominable Blink. It will choose a random tank. Oh, the other tank's dead. So just one of the tanks is gonna get a flare marker, and they just need to go away from everyone and mitigate for themselves. And so everyone else ideally will be far away. Okay, Revenge of the Vines. That is a raid wipe. Okay, the stabbing. So we got the sword. So it's gonna be a donut AoE. Alright, so we're just gonna have to remember that. Okay, the sword is out. It's gonna be a donut AoE at some point. Spore Explosion. What's this? Okay, so we got circle AoEs going out. So we gotta avoid these. Okay, so we're avoiding the circle AoEs, okay? And then here you can see the tether. It's going over there. So that means the sword is out. It's going to be a donut AoE. So that means we're going to have to move over here at some point to avoid the big swing. So dodge these circle AoEs on your way over there. I got hit with so much stuff. Then make your way over. Okay, I got hit with too many things. So I didn't make it. But yeah. So I think at this point, it'll probably be more difficult for like melee because they want to stay close, but it's like some of the people over here, they're able to like dodge out of stuff a little bit faster. Also, if you're struggling with this, it's better to get hit with one circle rather than stand in an overlap and accidentally get hit with two, okay? But also at the same time, like if you see that there's a like this spot right here, that's just one. So if you want to like inch your way over, like, you could kind of go like that. It's tricky. Not gonna lie, it's tricky. Like I was gonna go all the way through here, and I was like, I'm stepping in multiple. Could probably use a sprint here, like save your sprint for that. But yeah, so here we have the same thing. If you make it over there and you're alive, you're all good and stuff like that. We'll get the spread thing again. Spread these out. Watch out for the glower power thing that goes across. Okay, power slam. Okay, so that's just like a huge raid wide. It's a scene transition. A fire. Fire. Okay. Stone Ringer 2. Stone Ringers. Okay, so this... Watch. Chung, chung. Okay, so there's a club, the baseball bat, and then there's also the sword over here. So he's got two. So now you're gonna have to actually pay attention to the boss animations, okay? At some point he's going to do that whatever move thingy, the swing thingy, but you have to actually look at which weapon is glowing, rather than just remembering, oh yeah, it was the stabbing one, or it's the bludgeoning one. So you have to look at the visual cues. Spore Sack, you're gonna drop those AoEs that turn into the ads. Okay, this green thing tethers to a wall, so that means he's going to jump to the wall. And here the sword is glowing. Look at that again. There's like a lot of animation here, but at this point I see this, and right behind it is the club, but I don't see the club glowing. I see the sword glowing. Okay, this is the glowing sword. So that means it's gonna be a donut, so you want to go close. Which I did not do, but you know, that's what you should do. So you can see here, this is not glowing, this one, but this one starts to glow, all right? Hey, there's a lot going on, so like I want to make sure to point out like what looks like it's glowing versus not glowing. Yeah. Okay, and then after that, there is Revenge of the Vines, which we saw before, which is just a raid wide, which some people are dying to. And then there's still the circle AoEs coming out from those little spore sack dudes that turn into ads. Here though, I'm pretty sure I'm about to die, but we have Lashing Lariat, which we saw in the third fight of the first tier. The lariat thingy goes across the stage depending on which side is glowing, and this side is like glowing. See, it's not glowing over here. This side's glowing, and so this whole side is gonna get cleaved. And so while you're dodging all this, like all these circle AoEs and things like that, you gotta make sure to avoid the lariat. Am I gonna die? Okay. Take care of the ads. Alright. And we have a boss going over here. And now look at this. this is the club. See, the club is glowing now, and so that's gonna be a circle AoE. So he's gonna jump over here to this wall and then do a circle AoE, a point blank circle AoE here. So as long as you're not close to the hitbox, you should be fine. So we're taking care of these ads. Is the club purple and the sword orange? Let's see. Or did I just hit it at a certain animation thing? Is this... No, that's like orange purple. It's like this... like orangey? Okay, now when the club starts glowing, is it more purple? The club is in his right hand. The sword is in his left hand. Yeah, it looks a little bit more purple, but it also has some orange in it. Meh. Okay, here we have the stack marker is going to be here. So we want to take care of the ads in this general area. Okay, make sure you stand behind one of these ads when the boss does the big stone attack. Okay, so we were all good. Brutal impact is the raid wide, and it's gonna hit more times. I think the first time was like 3 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times when the healer died. Okay, Stone Ringer, the stabbing. So this is gonna be the sword. So this is gonna be a donut. Okay, so it's glowing. So he's gonna do the swing. The thing is, I'm just behind him, and so the other times I was able to see the big green tether, but at some point in this fight, like I missed it. Okay, so sometimes he will go to a wall, sometimes he won't. In this instance, he's not going to the wall, and so it's just literally inside the hitbox. Okay, let me stack. And run out. Stone Ringers 2. Stone Ringers, so there's 2 swords. Wait, 1 sword, 1 club. Okay, so this is going, the sword is glowing. As you can see, I can only see the back. And so like, see, in that instant, I couldn't see, because I was just in the back, I didn't pan my camera at all. I couldn't see that he was tethered to this wall back here, but he is. And so that was my bad. Like, I wasn't able to prepare myself for it because I didn't see that. So that's why it's important to like turn your camera around and things like, and move it around to see the front. So we're spreading these out. I got hit by the previous one, and then I got hit with this, the circle AoE from everyone. So I didn't have enough health. That's why I died. Yeah, and I was too far from the healers for them to do anything, because I was spreading out for this, so I died. But here, after that, just like before, we have the lashing lariat. You look for the glowing side, and then you avoid that, so your safe spot's over here. Okay, for this one, the club is glowing. He's going to jump and do the circle AoE, so just stay out of that. Well, it looks like someone didn't it. Okay, and then we're here to soak the damage. This is the multiple hit raid ride. Alright, so we're the stabbing, so there's a sword. Okay, so it's glowing, and then I see that there's the tank buster stuff happening there. So we're just gonna stay inside because it's a sword, so it's a circle. Oh, sorry, donut AoE, and then the tanks are gonna have to do their tank buster thing. Remember to stay away from them because this is a circle. It's like it's an AoE tank buster. I think this person ends up dying. Yeah, they died because they were just a little bit too close. Okay, Stoneringers is the 2, so it's 2 weapons. Oh, this time his right arm is holding the sword now. Because before, whenever he had 2 weapons, it was the club on this side. But it looks like he does switch it up. Spore Sack is going to be the AoEs with the ads. Okay, he's tethering to this wall, and then it was the sword that was glowing. So it's going to be inside the hitbox situation. It's a donut. Okay, and then we watch out for these ads. There's the raid white after that. So safe spot between the AoEs. Watch out for the lariat. Stay on the safe side. Okay, and then the swing is happening. So this one's a club. So you don't want to be near because it's going to be a circle AoE. Alright, we take the stack and take the ads at the same time. And then with the ads, remember to stay behind them for these to not get stoned. Quarry swamp thing. Raid white. The bludgeoning, so the club, so this is going to be a circle AoE. It's glowing. Okay, there's the shared tank buster over there. Just stay out of the hitbox. And then the tanks have their tank thing. Stack. And run out. Two weapons. Okay, so the club is glowing, so this is going to be a circle AoE over here. Spread, get out of the glower thingy. Watch out for the lariat, that side's glowing, so we're gonna stay on this side. Swords is jumping over here, so it's inside the hitbox. It's the raid wide. Okay, stack. Raid wide. Oh, he hit 8 times that time. Stabbing, so there's a sword. Okay, so this is inside the hitbox. Two weapons. Spore sack, the ads. Oh, I hit the LB, I was just along the edge of that. Okay, I didn't make it in time because I was still locked in my animation, but yeah. Those inside, watch out for the lariat. Watch out for the lariat! And the boss was at like 0.4%, and I was like, oh, maybe I should go for the ads, but I think some people committed to just taking care of the boss. So, yeah. A lot of repeated mechanics in this one, and they change variation a little bit in the different stage transitions. But overall, I think once you understand the basic idea of all of them, then it's just a tiny bit of change through each section. Yeah, so right now the tier 2 just launched, and so you can only get one piece of weapon at a time per week, per fight, until reset, which is on Tuesdays. So just be aware of that if you're running it early. Oh, right. Goodbye.